Greetings. Today we continue part 4 of the name of God, Jehovah Magen Shakar. We're going to the New Testament today, to Hebrews 11:6, and looking at what Paul understood God was saying. And I'll say it this way: the inspired writers of Hebrews, whom I believe to be an anonymous Paul to keep from prejudicing his target audience, says in Hebrews 11:6, but without faith it is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to God must believe that he is, and that he is the rewarder of them that diligently seek him. Now, such a conclusion must be drawn upon Old Testament passages, as we've previously quoted, like David's words in 2 Samuel 22:31, where he says, he is a buckler to all them that trust in him. Solomon echoed that sentiment in Proverbs 2:7. He is a buckler to them that walk uprightly. And we should notice the complementary nature of these two statements. God is a buckler, a shield of protection to all them that trust in him, and therefore walk before him in uprightness. You know, God never promised his protection for us to do unrighteousness. God promised his protection for us to do righteousness. Let me say it to you this way. If you do not believe there is a God who is keeping records and will hold you accountable for every thought, every word, and every work, you probably will not be doing what is right. If you do believe there is a God who is keeping records and will reward you for every thought, word, and work, you'll probably be striving to do what is right. Remember, the psalmist said of old, the transgression of the wicked saith within my heart, there is no fear of God before their eyes. Paul was also inspired to write in Ephesians chapter 6, verse 16, above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith you shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked. Belief that there is a God and that he rewards them who diligently seek him is this shield of faith. Using this shield enables one to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked one. The context of Ephesians 6:10 through 20 paints a picture of us, that is, you and me, involved in a great spiritual battle, not against flesh and blood, where too often we divert our attention and our energy. He said, but this warfare is against spiritual principalities, against spiritual powers, against spiritual rulers of the darkness of this world system, against spiritual wickedness in high places. You see, the accuser of the brethren gets permission to break through the protective hedge, or, said another way, gets permission to shoot a flaming arrow at us through or over that hedge. Without faith, we will be wounded, sometimes fatally, temporally. With faith, particularly the shield of faith, we can make all of none effect. Each and every one of the firing darts are the flaming arrows of this wicked one. In the battle, this is the way to escape, spoken of in 1 Corinthians chapter 10 and verse 13. Romans 14:23 says, for whatsoever is not of faith is sin. Fear not. So let's get this straight. We're sheep, and the enemy is likened unto a roaring lion seeking one to devour, 1 Peter 5:8. One who would sift us as wheat, Luke 22:31. Like David had to protect his sheep from a lion and a bear. John 10 likens us to sheep in the midst of the wolves, and yet we're told to not be afraid. Don't be afraid, because God is still our shield and our exceeding great reward.